Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video in this channel, and in this video I'm going to be showing you some basic principles you need to know about Blender. As a beginner, I'm going to be showing you and showing around Blenders or what you need. As a beginner, I will start from the 2Z and then we will explain all what this is. And as you can see that sometimes if you are new to Blender, you see that this is somehow complex, but it is user friendly. That's what I can actually say right now. Once you open your Blender, you will see something like this. So this is the first thing we are going to say. This is your light. So this is a light. You might not know this camera, and this is a cube. So they are all written here, as you can see here. So they are all written right over here. So be checking here for whatsoever light press. I might not be able to say okay Shift A or something like that. So check it here, right here. You will see something like that. So yeah, where you see as I right click, left click, so we'll be showing here. So now let's start with the tutorial. Now I would like to delete this because I don't need them for now. They are usually useful at the end of your editing. Once you are done with everything you want to do, so then you can add your camera and your light. So that's what I just delete that one. So this is where you can work. This is what I call workspace. So here you can do all your work or your design, everything you want to do. I mean, everything you want to model, you can model it here. So here, this is the name. Here you will see the name of everything you are clicking like this. As this tube is, it appears here. If I add a triangle, you will see the triangle here. So whatever you added to your scene, the name will be seen here at the outline here. So let me start from here. Now let me explain this. So this is the same thing. This, as you can see here, is the same thing as the one here. So they are just for editing your tools, everything you want to edit. They are for editing your tools. This is for setting your output. Is for output setting. How you want, once you are done designing what you want to design, how do you want it to come out? Do you want it to be in if, or you want it to be in a circle? So all this I will just leave for this to when I'm done. As you are watching this tutorial, like if you keep on watching my tutorial, I'll be dropping some tutorial very soon. So if you keep on watching all this, then you will be able to know the difference between if and circles. So now let me just go straight back to this. So I will try to explain this also, but let me start from here. Okay, this select box is where you select, is used to select tools. Like if I click on this, then I can select wherever I want to select. So with this you can select as many tools as you want to select. So this is for changing the origin of your object. So this is the origin right now. So if I want to change the origin of it, then I'll click it there. So as you can see, so this is for controlling the origin of your object. So that won't be needful. So let me just place it where it was before. So be careful with how you do that origin, because the origin determines your how your object will be scaled, how your object will be moved, and all those things. So sometimes when you are applying some effects on your object, it might not be able to work since if the origin is not at the right place. So be careful how you do that. So the third one here is this arrow. This what's it called now? Move. Okay, this is for moving your object. Like if you want to, I don't want to click on this for now, so that I can explain it later. So this is just for moving. If you want to move on the y axis, z axis, this is z axis, the blue one is the z axis. So if you want to move on the y axis, so this is for y axis. If you want to move on the x axis, so that one is for that one. So let me just control Z. So that's that about that one, and this is for rotating. So if you want to rotate your object on the x axis, if you want to rotate, so this is just for rotating an object. So that's that about that one too. So let me go to this. This is for scaling. So I will try to let you know the shortcuts you can use for all this later. So this is for scaling. If you want to scale along the y axis, if you want to scale along the s axis, if you want to scale around. So this is just for scaling your objects. So let me control Z. This is for doing the three together. This is for moving. You can use this for moving your objects. You can use it to rotate, as you can see. You can use it to scale too. So the 3D geometry something combines together. That's the, and this is just for adding, as the name actually says, annotation. It's just for adding. Sometimes you can use it to draw a curve. So this is just for adding text to, maybe you want to pass something. So that's that about that. Now let's go into the business. I like to put my own at this mode because I might in doing the tutorial I might want to move some things and all those, so I like to play that third one, which is for moving the object. So now let me just explain this here. What you see here, this is for viewpoint. Like this is a viewpoint, how you see your object. Now you can see this object here. What I'm seeing right here is I'm seeing this and I'm seeing this, I'm seeing this top too. So but I cannot see the other side. So now if I want to check the other side, now the face, I have to see the face. I can't see the face very well. Maybe something is there or not, I can't see. So if I click on this minus y, this will give me the face of the object. Now so this is the face of the object I'm actually doing. So this is the face. So now I'm seeing the face right now. And if I want to see the back, if I click on this, that will change to y. So that plus y, although it won't show plus, but if you do graph and you are familiar with mathematics, you will know that that's plus. So that plus y shows the back of the object. So this is the back of the object now. So if I want to check the side, so this is the left side of the object, I mean the right side, because this is the back. So now let's go to the front. This is the front. So now minus x is the left side of your object. So this shows the left side, and plus y, x shows the right side of your object. If you want to check the object from up here, so that is z x, I mean z rather, I'm sorry, that's z. And if you want to check from the that, so another one there. So now that's that about this one, and this is for zooming. Maybe you want to take a closer look at what you're doing. So as you can see now, so be careful with how you zoom, because once you zoom too much, you won't be able to, it will be slow to go back, just like it is doing right now. So now, but if you have a mouse, then you can use your scroll, the scroll button within your mouse, so that works for it too. And this is for just dragging your workspace. If you want to drag your workspace to EL or anywhere you want it to be, so that's that one. So this is camera. This is to go talk your admit. I have a camera here, and if I click this, it will show the camera. So I will explain this later when during this tutorial rather. Okay, now let's go on. So now this object, I want to explain something also. Now this object, this is just a cube. This cube, if I want to turn this cube to a sphere, how will I do it? Let me add another cube. Let me add another one. Okay, if you want to add objects to your, that reminds me. So now if you want to add an object to your workspace, how do you do that? Just come here, add at the top here, click on there, and click on mesh. Then I want to add a cube. Select what you want to add. So I'm selecting that and just drag it here and scale it down. I like to scale my own down. So now, so as you can see, I just used a shortcut. I used shift, I used S rather to scale. So if you want to scale, it's short key, instead of coming down here every time to scale, the short key for that, I mean the shortcut for that is S. So you can use your S to scale, then you move your mouse around. So that's that about that. And for rotating, R for rotating. So as you can see, for moving your object, that's G. Then you can press R set with this, then you move it up. That's so that you can move it up on. So that's that about that one. So okay, so let me keep it like this. So this is my object. So I want to turn this cube into a sphere. How do we do this? Here in object mode, as you see here, if you're looking, so this object mode, this the one the way I'm pointing to, this object mode here, you cannot edit this under this object mode. So what you can do is just drag it around, scale it, rotate it, but you cannot edit it. You cannot turn this into any other thing unless you use modifier actually. So unless that one. So now I want to turn this into a cube. So how do we do that? So let me just come with okay. So now this, I want to turn this cube into a sphere. Don't mind me. So now let me add another. So if you want to add an object and you don't want to use this, the shortcut for that one is shift A. So then let me add a sphere. So now this is a sphere. So I want to turn this into this. I want to turn this one into this one. So this is how I'm going to do it now. Okay, let's do it this way. So let me shade smooth this one. The shade smooth, the reason why you need shade smooth is that if you look at this object now, if you check this object I'm working with, you can see that it's not actually that smooth. It's not a perfect sphere. So now we want to make it this private square. So how do we do that? Just right click, then select sheet smooth. As you can see, I love this one. Yeah, this is good and cool. Yeah, so now let's go with this, and I want to turn this to this. So now what I want to go to do, just come here. This is where modifier comes in. Modifier is what you can use to modify, just like the Nissan. You can use it to modify your object. So if you want to modify your object, you want to turn this into that, you want to add some things, array and others. So you will get along with all of those as you continue watching my tutorials, because I will be doing tutorial on each one of them. So now let's work with that. So I want to use a subdivision service modifier. So once I click on that, you see that something happen. What happened? This turned to another shape, but this shape doesn't look like what we want. So how do we do that? So now if you click on this shape, just scale it up so that it can be as big as that one. Okay, move it up a little bit. Okay, I like it like this. So now here, level view, then you can increase this to 2. You see, I'm getting something like this, but it's not what I want. So let me increase it to 3 a little bit. Yeah, I love this. So you can increase this render so that once you render that out, it will be in 3 too. So that okay, you get it. Now this is what I want, but it's not in good shape. Just like this one wasn't in good shape the other time. So what do we do? Right click, shape smooth. Wow, I love this. So we have the same thing, but that's a curve. So a cube just turned to what? It just turned to another thing, which is a sphere. So that's how you do that one. Okay, let me just delete this one, or should I keep it? Okay, let me delete it. Now let me show you another thing you need to know in Blender. So shift A to add another object. Then I want to add this one. I like this. So now what am I going to do? What you're going to do is, as you can see, the origin is not set. So let me just, yes, okay. So now what I want to do is, I want to edit this. I want to turn it to another thing. I don't want a cube. I want something like, I want the face to be smaller. How do I do that? Come here, then click on edit mode. Another way you can do that is by pressing tab, but you must select the object you want to do. If I press tab here without selecting it, nothing will happen. So now you have to select this, then select your tab. So as you can see, this shows another. So you can see some dots here, some dots around, and the color has changed to something like orange or not orange. So if you click outside that, you will see that it has changed back to the color. So now let me go to the front view. Now what I want to do is, with this you can edit. So this dot shows the vertices. If you want to edit, if you want to adjust the vertices, like okay, let me show you this way. Now I want to adjust it this only. Maybe I'm working and I want to move this, or I love this to be here. Yeah, so you see, I can just move this along. I can move it anywhere I want. So check it out. You see, so I can turn this to anything I want under edit mode. You see, if you don't want to use this, you can use another one which I call the edge mode. This edge mode lets you pick all the lines that combines together. So you can pick this, then you can move it down, you can move it up, anywhere you want it to be. You can even move it to your right or your left, anywhere you want it to be. So that's that about that one too. So another one you can do is you can pick the face. You know, we have faces here, although you can do that too by right clicking and selecting all this. Let me select. So you see, so this shows a face. You know, this scale has how many faces? It has 8 faces rather. Sorry, it has 8 faces. I mean 6. Oh god, I mean 6. It has 6 faces. So now with these 6 faces, you can select all the faces, but it will be hard for you to be selecting the edge one by one, one after the other. So if you want to do that, you can just click on this face, then select. So you can come with this, use your shift and select that one too. That's how to do that one. So the shortcut for all this is, once you are in edit mode and you press one is vertices, which is this one I'm pointing to, this one, yeah. Then two is the edge, which is this. So that's on your keyboard. You are going to press 2. Then 3 is the face. Yeah. So that's that about that one. So now okay. So I want to adjust this a little bit. So With this, if you select this face, then you can scale it down, you can rotate, you can do anything. Like, let me just get down on that. Yeah, you see what I just do? You see what I just did? Yeah, you can move it closer a little bit. Yeah, I love this. So this is this, you see, just that. So now let me show you that thing. So you can go out of that edit mode by clicking here and clicking object mode. The other mode is just press tab again, then you're out of edit mode, you are back to your object mode. So now this, I want this to have something. I want to add let me add a O inside this. I want to make a O. Let me show what I'm trying to. I want to make a O inside this. How do I do that? Okay, come to side view here, add. So I'm going to turn this into a O, but I don't want to be too forward with you. So let me just delete that one and use something you can get so easily. So let's just scroll down here and click cylinder. So this is a cylinder. So this cylinder is way too big for what I want to do. So let me just scale it down a little bit. Yeah. Then you can rotate. Let me just rotate. Press R. Then I want to rotate on x axis. Then 90 degree. What I did is that you press your R for rotating. Then let me show you. Press R rotation. Then after that, click S. So once you click on your X, which is X axis, once you click on your X, then press 90 on your keyboard. You see, so that changes the direction of the cylinder. Then you can drag this along like this. So I want this to be a little bit longer, so I can do that in two ways. How? I can scale this along the Y axis, or I can go to edit mode and move the face along the Y axis. So let me just scale it first so that you can see what I'm talking about. So you press S, then you press Y. That's so that you want to scale this on Y axis. So you see, it's getting longer as you are increasing your mouse. So now you can move this to the middle. And the second one I'm talking about is go into edit mode, press your tab, zoom in a little bit so that you can see what you're doing. So come to face mode here, select or press 3, then select this face. I want this to be clear, so just drag that face along like this. You see, so this is way too easy. That's it. Boom. Then you have a stretch, then shade smooth this so that it can be smooth. So don't forget what I said I want to do. What I wanted to do is I want to make a hole inside this. So to do that, I will select this and come to this spanner, something that look like a spanner to me. So then add modifier, then come in and add a boolean modifier. Add a boolean modifier. Then once you add this, click on this pick tools and pick this cylinder. What happened is that let me show you this principle. The principle about this is that if you want to make a hole inside something, you will select that thing you want to make a hole on, then come to modifier, add a boolean modifier. Then that hole you want to make must have been inside that object, like I just did now. This is the hole I'm trying to make on this. So the hole is on this already. So this is where the hole will be. This is the recipient of the hole. This is what will make the hole. So I will select the recipient, then click here, then pick what will create the hole. The cylinder. So you see, you won't be able to see this now. It's not showing. It's look like it's still the same thing. But just click on this cylinder, then come up here, as you can see, cylinder. Then click on this eyes to hide it. Once you hide it, you see there is a hole now. Check through. Yeah. So there is a hole. So that's how to make a hole there. Okay, let's try another thing. Okay. So let me just delete this and work with another thing. Okay, let me show you this quickly. So another one I want to show you here is how to use that boolean to do something very nice. So let's add this sphere now. So I have a sphere here. I have to smooth. Okay, then shade smooth. Don't forget. Yeah. So I want to duplicate this. How do you duplicate? You can do that in two ways: the shortcuts and the normal way. So I want to use the normal way. Let me go back to Fanfi. I want to use the normal way. So the normal way is just come here, objects, then yeah, duplicate objects. So you can move it along, but I don't want to do it that way. Yeah, I don't want to do it that way. Let me delete this one. So I don't want to do it that way. Then you can use your shortcut, which is Shift D. Then move it along your axis. So Shift D is for duplicating. Then you can move it anywhere you want to. So I just move mine. So I want this to be a little bit larger. So let me scale it up. And this, oh, I think this size is okay for me. So just bring it. I want this to be the recipient of the O. So I want to select the box. But then yeah. So this will be the recipient. So let me add a boolean here. Then click on this. Click this again. So you can hide this. That's it. So as you can see here, we've done this, but this is not smooth. So let's add something. Just click here, right click, then click shade auto smooth. So this is smooth now. So this is what we want. Do you see it now? This is what we want. So now let me release this. Okay, yeah, let me release it and duplicate it. I'll move it on x-axis again. Then let me hide this. You can use H to hide this. Instead of going and clicking on this eye, you can use H. H, as you can see here, H, just need to hide that one. So I want this to be a little bit smaller. So, okay, move it inside a little bit. Okay, I love it like that. Let it go in a little bit. Let it go in. Okay, yeah, so just click on this, add another one. You can add as many as you want. Add another one, pick it again. Yeah, pick that one. That's it, bro. So you got me? Come back. So check what you do. You see, that's another O. So this is how you can use this. And another thing is that, let me show you this quickly. Okay, so I want to duplicate this and I don't want to use Shift D. I want it to be in order. Then you can add array. That's what that array is for. So with this, okay, let me close all this one. Yeah, then with this, how many do you want? But before that, let's set. You can see that you can't see anything because I said I want to duplicate. So just move it along the, oh sorry, let me go back to 0. I want this to be 0. Okay, so I want it to be on the y axis. So let's move it along on the y axis. Okay, it's too much. Yeah, I want to be here. Yeah, so I'm loving this one. Let me just move it along like this. So now you can click on count, then it will be, you see, so we just have enough that. So let's just talk about this for today, and that will be all. I think you know something now. So with this, you can just practice along and let me know what you do. So you can just send it to me on the comments, upload it on your Google Doc, and you can send me the link so that I can view what you do. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and like. Thank you.